Hello everyone, welcome back to Walk With Me Gaming. Today we are playing Simpsons Hit and Run. This is, I think, a very underappreciated game. This is for the GameCube. This is obviously based on The Simpsons. So when the GameCube came out, there was initially a Simpsons game called, what was it? Road Rage, I think it was. And it was basically a Crazy Taxi clone where you drove around all the Simpsons town and dropped off people, etc. And then this one is kind of more of a, I guess you could say a Grand Theft Auto clone. I'm going to turn this down for myself just a little bit. That should be the same for you. But yeah, because it's basically an open world game with essentially like you go talk to people and accomplish the goals that they give you. And it's mostly car based. But it is a fantastic game. I love this one, and we're gonna start fresh, obviously, brand new game, because you get to play as all the different main characters as well as Apu, which is great. You will probably hear a lot of lines from the characters repeated multiple times, but that's just what it is. But for the most part, I mean, the comedy's on point. It's clearly written by the same people who made the Simpsons show, and I mean, who has a complaint with that? Especially because this was still, I don't know if this would be considered in the era where like people still liked The Simpsons significant amount, because I know people said that there was kind of a downturn in quality, but I honestly couldn't tell you when that was because I wasn't super addicted to The Simpsons, and I was certainly too young to watch it for a good majority of the early seasons. So if I was even alive at that time. But yeah, I don't need tutorials. So yeah, there's I will say the controls not the most intuitive. You know, it's not a perfect game, but I do wish that you could run a little faster. That would be nice. But I did really like this game, and for kids who couldn't have Grand Theft Auto, to be able to play a game like this where you could still be silly and do all this crazy stuff. It was just a good time. But the whole point with this game is mainly accomplishing the story goals, but there's also tons of this world to explore. So there's all sorts of special things to do. So there's these weird cameras that you have to defeat so they can give you money, and all of that is tracked. I am not going to be 100%ing this after Wario, but I'll at least do all the story missions, maybe a bonus mission or two. I'll do some of I'll do a bit of everything, but I won't make it a 100% because there's no point to that. I wish there was also like a magnetizer thing so that I could collect these coins easier. But oh well. Yeah. So, and like there's like all sorts of gags all over the place like this, so like they didn't feel like Is that you, Lord? I think some of the times they were like, well, we want to have all these characters, but we don't feel like animating all of their designs. So like for Rod and Todd, it's just easier to just have them in there like this. And same thing with a couple other the characters. So yeah, let's see what Marge wants.
Homie, somebody ate every dessert in the house.
All the desserts are gone.
Run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
I would love to have ice cream with miniature pies in it. It's brilliant. How could you not? I mean, I love the ones that already have like ice cream cones mixed into the ice cream. So I mean, it's not that far off from that. But yeah, so we have basically like Grand Theft Auto style where you just drive around to the different locations. You can steal other people's cars. You can smash up cars. Obviously, these early things don't have any sort of a goal in terms of like a time limit on stuff, just because this is the early on stuff. But as you can see on that little circle down in the corner, destroying stuff does give you like a wanted level. So every time I hit a person or a car or destroy things, that builds up that level. So, but that's okay, because it's not a big deal until later on when it does become a big deal, because if you're destroying stuff, you kind of it makes accomplishing some of the goals harder to do. So so you want to be careful with it most of the time, though when you're just playing around, it's kind of doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's all sorts of secrets up here. Like, I love that there's like this like hidden garden up here that with on top of the Quickie Mart, and like the game is, I mean, it's mostly like a driving. This is definitely one of those games that is kind of like, what would you define this genre? And it's kind of everything, because it's a like action driving platformer as well. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff, all sorts of things you can do, and also just the fact that there really isn't like many games that are like comedy based like this is kind of nice. And there's so many little hints and like little stuff that you remember from like the show, and like references to the show.
Give me a cola, and I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pies.
What happened to the ice cream with mini pies?
I probably ate it.
I probably ate it. I don't remember stuff too good.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like the comedy's like perfect in this game, but for the most part, I mean, it's just fun. All right, we did a mission. Pretty straightforward. And there's, of course, different costumes and stuff just to add to it. Casual Homer, Moo Moo Homer, the Chosen One Homer. I don't think we need any of these. You do need to collect, like, there are certain missions that require you to purchase, like, new vehicles, and certain ones that do require you to have some of those outfits. But for right now, we're still kind of have to get used to these controls. It's weird because if you press A, it drives forward, but if you press B, it just stops. But then the shoulder buttons can also drive, but they also reverse. So I'm just trying to get a feel for like what's going to be the best method of play for this for me. Yeah, I think shoulder buttons will be good. There we go. It's easier to destroy those. And you can see all my stuff is flopping around, but now I've repaired my car, so it's all good. And the cool thing is, like, in the game, you get it's pretty much, you have like your own selection of cars that you unlock and that you can purchase, and then any car that's driving around can also be taken, that you can use for doing stuff. So kill this guy. But every one of them has like different abilities or different strengths and weaknesses. Okay, come on, camera. Oh, he can zap me. I wasn't sure if they still zapped even in the first level, but yes, they do. It was just about to, but I got away. I saved myself. Okay, let's go to Marge. I think these episodes, I'm not, like, I know we've gotten used to me doing, like, with Wario, where I did, like, play this many levels per episode, and didn't matter how many. I think I'll just keep these to, like, approximately half hour each for everything. So, I'll just kind of stick to that.
Do I have to?
You can drop it off on the way to work.
And I have to go to work.
Oh, the comedy in this. I mean, this is, I don't think, I think some people will always say that, like, The Simpsons peaked. And I'm sure that is, like, the case, kind of. But, like, also, I don't know. I feel like The Simpsons are just always funny, pretty much no matter what. So, alright, so now we're in a race, because we gotta stop. We gotta get past Principal Skinner. So, and there's plenty of shortcuts, obviously. Later in the game, there will be more levels where, like, some of the shortcuts will be blocked off, so you're just purely racing on skill. But early on, this is more about exploring the level and figuring out, like, what the best ways to get around are. So and we did it! Hooray! All right, let's do this. And of course, we can enter a few buildings, which are also full of jokes and other references to things. And man, the references in this game are just all over the place. There's so much. Like, there's just Willie being Willie.
Thanks for bringing me
Here
my
you go.
mouth, the digestive system.
get hungry, and it was a fig.
It was modeling clay.
Homer.
Oh.
By the
Oh,
way,
Homer being
Mom's
fat and
home.
stupid as
She
always.
needs to talk to you at home before you go to work.
Ow!
What? She told me to go to work, and now I have to go back? Ridiculous.
Shouldn't you be in class? Leave me alone. I'm calibrating the protractors.
Yeah, there's all these buttons all around that for just like extra jokes. Like that really is like I think the best quality of this game is just it is joke after joke after joke. Like to the point where you don't necessarily need to be like every joke doesn't have to be a winner, you could say. Because sometimes just as long as they're funny, it's good. Electaurus. Let's see. So I'll need some of these to purchase later, but I do want that. So because that one's a decent car, and I think that one is one that I have to race for. So why don't we do a race? I think there's one right around the corner here, so we'll do that. Yep, there it is.
I'm scared.
And of course, all the main characters have lines.
Hello, little son of the police chief, little angel.
Good old Ralph.
The man ladies made me a race judge.
Yep. So and it's nice that they keep consistency with a lot of the characters because like Ralph and Milhouse and the other guy do all the races. I can't think of his name. It's the one bully guy, but is it Nelson? I think it's Nelson. Because they just kind of do all that for each level. Oh, good, I needed that. My car was getting a bit wrecked up. Alright, I'm still ahead. I'm still okay. Everything's fine. Obviously got the shortcut right here. I'll stick with that. Good old shortcuts. Especially the races don't all have shortcuts. So you kind of have to just know your way around for the most part.
Bart did it.
I'm sure he did. Oh,
I'm a
nope. Nope, that's a terrible place to crash. I can do this. Oh, the handling on this car. Not great. The Simpsons home vehicle, not exactly meant for racing. More just for transporting Homer around. But that's okay. We'll manage. Oh gosh, it is very, very floppy of a car. Especially because I'm destroying it slowly. And certain cars are better for certain missions because sometimes you'll get a slow car, but your goal is to like destroy things. So usually the slow cars are also very durable and can like smash into things easier. So you kind of have to work with what you got.
This is worse than when Jub Jub ate my cat.
Oh no.
Everyone sucks but me.
Yeah, so the ways you... Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. That would be helpful. But yeah, each of the different things that you can unlock, it's pretty standard for each level. So like you get one car for beating all 3 races, and then there's also a like a timed race, which is cool because it makes you go through the entire level in a loop, and each of the levels is a loop, which is also cool. It's not always obvious, but like this one, you go through the power plant and then come out the other side of Springfield, like through Burns's mansion. Over the tire fire. And I think another race is right around the corner here. I could really use a wrench. There we go. That'll do. Yep, I think... Is that Milhouse right there? Yep, there he is. What's up, Milhouse? I got a race to win.
Milhouse, you little wiener, what are you doing here?
But yeah, so each and then you can buy most of the other cars, and there's usually one car that you have to purchase with specifically for like a level where it's like purchase it from one guy. Like in this one, you get the what's it called, the Mr. Plow from Barney, and then everything else is purchased from Gil, who's I think he's like a lawyer or something. I don't know. He's always like the pathetic guy. I don't know what he does exactly. Oh boy. Gotta be careful, but also gotta rush a little bit more. Gotta utilize some swift turns and I don't know, other stuff. I don't know racing terminology. Alright, I think we got this. Only 2 more laps. And we still got 50 seconds. We've only used up 40 to do 3, so we're good. Obviously, this is the first level, so everything's a little on the easier side. But they definitely get more complicated. But I just wanted to have a slightly better car for some of these things, because the home car, not exactly the preferred vehicle of choice early on. There's a lot of good stuff in the later levels, but just to make things a little easier for myself, I'd rather just move along with that. Oops, I'm parked in the middle of the road. My apologies. I should probably steal a car at some point just to show you how that works. Although it's not that different. What do we got here? Oh, this is the special gun. So this is the special mission. I might as well do it because Cletus is great.
Hey, I know you. You're in my dumb guy support group. Mind if I borrow your truck for a while?
No can do, Mr.
So this one is one where you get to unlock a special truck or special car. So it's just based on doing a thing. All right, so this one. So we gotta go collect cardboard tubes to make the indoor plumbing. I'm gonna run, especially because I just hit like 3 people. All right, where am I going? Where's the next one? Oh, there it is. Gotta carefully nudge my way around. Next one. All right, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're still on time. But then I think we gotta drive back to the tobacco fields. Yep. Now this is the part that we gotta be careful too, because when you get to the tobacco fields, yeah, and yes, I'm saying that correctly, tobacco, it's tomato mixed with tobacco. You have to be careful because it makes you collect all the crops, but there's also, like, you can destroy the crops, which also raise your wanted level, so you got to be careful in that area. You can tell I've played through this a lot. If you couldn't already tell, I've played this game multiple times, and I have 100%ed it multiple times as well. Whoops. Sorry, Mr. Bus. Nope, we're going straight through.
That was easy as
Can I just get out and get these? Am I allowed to?
fuck. That wasn't part of the deal.
But it's easier. Ugh, so much slower though. Maybe I should just drive. All right. Fine. So we destroy a few crops. Not a big deal.
Nothing lasts forever.
2 more. There we go. See, I mean, look at that wanted level. I'm already like halfway up because I just keep running over these things. That's okay. We're fine. We just got to get back to the house now. No, get out of my way.
Oh, my gum.
I need to jump the tire fire again.
There, Homer.
And I failed. Oh, crap. Didn't have enough speed there. It's alright, we got this. Just cut through the trailer park and we'll be okay. Stop crashing into things and we'll be okay. Oh, look, my wanted level went away. Alright, we did it. Cool. So yeah, so this is how I unlock another car.
Okay, city boy, I'll help.
Yay! So now
I am this Mark.
I can get that.
M-R-T.
Although,
I mean, S-M-A-R-T.
and then I'll go talk to Gil to just show you where you purchase cars. Because he's the guy that you go to. He's just a sad man.
The wolf is at old Gil's door.
Let's see. I think I need... See, obviously, these are pretty cheap because these are also pretty terrible cars. I'll buy the Duff truck. Can't say words. Okay. And then the funny thing is when you get certain cars too, like especially like with like Cletus,
You come and get me?
um,
I'll pay you in
when
bad
you
grub.
order the car, it also has
Well, meet ya.
the character driving, so you get double the silly commentary. Because why not?
Vibrations tickling my feet.
Oh, this truck handles horribly. So I need one more race, but I'll be able to do that later. And I'll save Barney for right now, because
Yeah, purty acceleration.
good old Cletus. Yeah, these trucks, driving the larger vehicles can be a really kind of painful. This is definitely not the height of controlled racing, I would say, but it's not the worst thing. Like, it's I guess you could just say it's just a little sloppy, but it's like this is also one of the best like game. Like this was, I feel like this came out in GameCube era, so like this was when a licensed game was almost guaranteed to be terrible. That's not always the case nowadays, but like this one was just unexpectedly good. I gotta go talk to Ned. Probably because we stole his stuff. That Ned, always asking us for things that we totally took from him and have no right to, but that's okay because we make that decision ourselves. We're grown men here. What's up, Ned? Sorry, I didn't mean to run you over almost completely. Totally did. All his lost items. Ah, yes, his tuxedo. Because I'm sure Homer could fit into that. Maybe I should have picked a faster car. Or one that doesn't fall over. Oh, jeez.
What's next? Flanders cooler. I gave it to Barney.
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you? Sorry, Barney.
You remember that cooler?
Give me that cooler back. Thank you. Now, why does Flanders have a Duff cooler? I'm pretty sure Flanders doesn't drink. Almost positive. Then again, I don't know. I feel like most of the references in this game are pretty broad when it comes to everything. Just because it's like, you know, they wanted to reference jokes and characters and things that everyone knows from The Simpsons. Because, you know, I know it's not necessarily the case now, but like The Simpsons were a staple of like just like culture itself. Like Simpsons had so many pop culture. I feel like The Simpsons are very much the opposite of Family Guy, because The Simpsons made things into pop culture references, whereas Family Guy uses pop culture references for their comedy. So it's, I don't know, it's just a different feel. I like the nice thing too that if you stand on top of the car, you just automatically enter it, as opposed to having to like do the animation of like going around the car and getting in, which is nice. All right, drop these back off. Of course you could. Cletus. Yeah, a good old Cletus. Alright, let's see. What's up, Flanders? Here's all your stuff. I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip some of the comedic moments, because, I mean, there's a lot of them. Ugh, the stopping on this, even like the braking on this truck is terrible. But you pretty much get it just because you want the comedy. You want to listen to Cletus talk like an idiot.
Homie, you're late for work. And today's your workplace evaluation with Mr. Smithers.
Of course it is.
You'll find my scorpion farm. Then where will my scorpions live? Only one person can help me. Lenny.
What? Why is... Really? Interesting choice, but okay. We'll do that. Alright, pretty straightforward. I think the map they do a good job with. Like, there's occasionally goals that you get where the map gets a little confusing, but for the most part, I think the map works pretty effectively in this game. You know, just and the arrows on the ground and everything, like, it's pretty clear where you have to go. It's not, like, super confusing to get around, which is good. What's up, Lenny?
Hey, Homer, how about a breakfast churro?
No time.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Find Mr. Smithers.
Yeah, I think I saw him at the Quickie Mart. More breakfast churros for Lenny.
I'm gonna need a car with a little more junk in the trunk.
Now, what would define... Yep. So, now we gotta get the Plow King. Now, what would define a breakfast churro? Is it just a churro that you're eating for breakfast? Because it's not like a breakfast burrito where it's, I don't know. Churro's just a delicious dessert. There's nothing special to it.
Whatever.
Alright, give me the Plow King. Good thing it's pretty cheap. Cars do not stay that cheap. Later on, you spend a lot of money getting some of the cars in this game. It's honestly rather annoying at times. Alright, well now we don't have to listen to Cletus anymore, so that's good. So this is going to be the first of many destroy the vehicle challenges, because as you can tell, driving around a giant plow truck is pretty effective destructive force. And so we're going to have to, since he's going to be evaluating us, just obviously destroying his vehicle is the best way to do so, to keep him from giving us a bad evaluation. Oh, we just hit Mr. Mole Man. Yeah, there he goes. Funny thing is with this too, like later on, the limousine that Smithers drives is like one of the best vehicles. Like easily, it's fast, it's strong, it's like seriously one of the best. Come on, come on, right into a wall. And there's kind of a trick to, oh gosh, smashing the vehicles. Like the best way to do it is you want to hit them and also smash them into other stuff. So if you can get them to like slam into a wall is like your best bet. Oh gosh. Oh, I've trapped myself. I think I've trapped myself completely. Oh gosh. Smithers might be getting away from me on this one. Not very effective driving, I will say. Oh, this is not great. I'm doing terribly. Hold on one second. Okay, back at it. Alright, let's see if we can actually catch up. Wow, I'm seriously just doing awful right now. This truck is very difficult to drive. There we go. There's a little damage. Now that's a lot of damage. Use some Flex Seal on that, Mr. Smithers. Alright, so best way to do this, and there we go. There we go. Now we're almost there. He is so close. One more, there it is. It's like one more good hit should do it. Alright, so now we have to go to work. And I might as well take these guys out too, because extra money. Why not? Hope he can't reach me. Yeah, this is one of those moments of light platforming, you could say, in this game. It's not the best, because none of the platforming in this is great, but I gotta go across, don't I? Yeah. Gotta start on this end. Yeah, I'd say, like, the off-road stuff is definitely the weakest parts of this game, because the movement is slow, it's imprecise, and doing platforming is not great, as you just saw right there. And this camera, also not great either. At least, like, behind the cars, it's just behind the cars. You know exactly where you're going. But doing this, not quite as easy. Oh, I forgot I can double jump too, so that makes it a little easier. I should remember I should double jump, because that makes it actually possible to do things. Destroy the bug, and get the trading card. Mr. Sparklebot. Yeah, everything, and pretty much all the collectibles in this are all, oh, good old camera there, are pretty much all references to old episodes and stuff. Classic jokes and everything. Some crab soda or something. Crab juice, yeah. And a homemade football, it looks like. I don't know. It's all sorts of stuff. Like, I mean, it's all jokes that, like, if you're a devoted Simpsons fan, you're gonna probably know right away. But if you're like me, where it's like you've watched The Simpsons, you know The Simpsons, you like The Simpsons, you probably don't know every single joke, you know. Cows. Oh, I'm gonna need a better car than this now that I'm done with this nonsense, because Mr. Plow is not going to do. Or wait, no, this is Plow King. Mr. Plow is Homer's plow truck, because that's a thing. Alright, we'll take our standard car. Ooh, a button. Nope. I want to press the button. Yep, that's probably fine. It's just exhaust, not a big deal. And drive straight into the factory. You know, just like everyone does with driving their car into a nuclear power plant. Alright, where are we at? I think we'll go ahead and do this mission, I think. And then we'll go from there.
How can I sleep with that camera? Oh, sexy girls could be watching me on the internet. Stupid cameras. You should be
I love that he's just got a brick hanging on that lever. Oh, and there's a scorpion farm. Alright, time to destroy the... Oh, that's fine. That's fine, not a big deal. Don't worry about it. We just killed someone. As long as his scorpions are okay. We just gotta kick a bunch of stuff. Yep, and here we go, more platforming. Just what everyone craves in a driving game. It's like when they added the ability to get off your skateboard in Tony Hawk. It's like everyone was like, why is this a thing? And no one was able to fully answer that question, because it really didn't add very much. Like, the only thing that made it better in terms of getting off your skateboard on a Tony Hawk game is being able to occasionally get up to a higher place with like more control. But it really wasn't that worth it. Stupid like a fox. Are we almost there? There it is. There's that last one. Perfection.
If you're so smart, how come I broke you? Ooh, I'm soaring like a candy wrapper in an updraft.
And now we get to platform on these fans. Because, you know, this is easy to do. But I gotta get that card. Don't need to... Oh, everyone knows the carbon rod. That's straight from the first intro. Kind of wish that you could play as like other characters, like change to like every character in the town, because I think it would be more fun. But that would probably require a lot more programming too. So I understand why they didn't. Not a big concern. All right. Well, I think this will be it for this episode, because. And
drones, return to your ugly families.
Good old Mr. Burns. Well, hey, you fixed the problem for tomorrow, Homer. You're doing just fine. Alright, so now we can go home, but we'll go the opposite direction, obviously. So, I hope that when we start fresh, it'll start us here and not at our home. But it doesn't really matter either way. Just because I want to go the opposite direction to the house, because then I can get the other race. But it doesn't matter. So we'll save this up, and yeah, so this will be the first episode. So we'll get through this whole game. Like I said, won't do 100% completion, but we'll get to the end. So we'll get to enjoy lots of silly Simpsons antics. If you like this, come back next week for more. Check out my other videos. I've just started some new indie games. And there will be Sock Pop on Saturday, as always. So plenty of things to check out and plenty of old videos. So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.